guys, welcome back to the channel, and today we're going to be figuring out what type of Deadpool is the best. Duelist, Vanguard, or Strategist? Without further ado, let's get right into the video, starting out with Duelist. Okay guys, so while we're waiting to get in, let's talk a bit about Deadpool's abilities. He's got his double jump, which I just showed, and then he's got his two primaries, guns, and then he has his swords, which are very fast melee. They do a lot of damage too. Here's the double jump again. And then when you're holding his guns, you can throw his sword like so. When you're holding swords, you can dash. And then you can always double jump. So as you can see, we're using most of his kit, and then let's use his E ability, which will damage everybody in the radius, and it gives like a bunch of stuff pops up on their screen, making it very hard to battle.
That's for sure.
So with that, Deadpool's Duelist kit is pretty good. Now let's talk about the difference between Duelist and his other kits. Which, let's make sure to take a selfie. That gives us some good things. And then another part of his kit is this. You can upgrade his abilities by like coolness points, I think they are, or something along those lines, which can upgrade abilities, makes it stronger. You guys get the gist. And so Duelist basically does a lot more damage. Like when you take someone out, you can take a selfie of their facial fort lying on the ground, and you get more coolness points and radical points, and you have to get S tier to be able to use ultimates. So it's kind of interesting because unlike most characters, you don't have to wait a specific time to use your ultimate. You have to get enough coolness points.
Let's set them free.
I don't. Oh man! I just wasted my ult, I think. Maybe not. I have no idea what honestly I just did. But you can do a pretty good amount of stuff with Deadpool Duelist, especially when you upgrade his dash ability while holding swords. By the way, I don't think I've covered this yet, but his ability actually, his right click ability changes depending on what you're holding. Like with guns, it's a sword you throw, and then with swords, it's a dash. Dash is a very good for movement thing. When you're holding your guns, you throw a sword forward that kind of spins around for a bit, dealing a lot of damage, and then when you're holding out your swords, you do a dash. Now that's the same for Duelist and Strategist. And yeah, so with Duelist Deadpool, you do a lot more damage, plus your E ability, he does damage and like makes the enemy screens all wonky. It's very powerful. Now since we just played a game with Duelist, let's get into Vanguard. Okay, so now the difference between Duelist and Vanguard. Vanguard actually has a different ability for when he's using his pistols. he throws a little shield out that blocks damage. Of course, also he's a Vanguard, so he has 500 HP, a lot more than the normal 250. And he does less damage, needing 4 attacks from his long-ranged attacks to take someone out. He needs 5 of them instead of the 4 duelists needed. And then other than that, their kits are mostly the same, but the E ability just does a lot of damage. It doesn't do anything to like what they see or anything. So yeah. So unlike duelist and strategist, Deadpool as a Vanguard only actually has 1 dash. What the?
You expected Gambit.
Okay, so now that I've upgraded it, I do have 2 slashes, so that's quite nice. The nice thing is that even if you play Vanguard with Deadpool, his body doesn't really change, so he's still not a huge hitbox, which is very nice. Unfortunate. Nice. We won the first point, but Vanguard's basically a more beefy version of Duelist that does a bit of less damage, and instead of throwing his sword, he can call like a little toy thing like this that makes a bubble shield thing. Oh crap, I switched to the wrong thing! Okay, so that is one bad thing. If you're accidentally on swords, but you think you're on your guns, you'll dash instead of like throwing something, which depending on the instance can be very bad. Do I know what I'm doing? No, am I just spamming every button humanly possible? Yes! Very different about Vanguard Deadpool than the normal. There's not a ton different about Vanguard Deadpool than the other Deadpool, other than more health, less damage, different slightly altered abilities, and one different ability.
Oh, your reputation as a thief is spread.
Okay, guys, now that we've talked about Vanguard Deadpool and how he has more health, less attack, he can't throw a sword, instead he throws a shield. Those are the differences. Without further ado, let's get into strategist Deadpool. Okay, so a big difference between both Duelist and Vanguard is strategist Deadpool. Everything he does heals. He shoots you, you heal. He uses his E ability. It's healing now. He hits you with something, you heal. And also he has 2 dashes off start. So that's pretty nice. But basically everything this Deadpool does, he heals.
Follow my lead.
And also my E ability makes like a whole healing circle and stuff. So the main major difference between all the other versions and this version of Deadpool is everything you do practically heals your teammates. You shoot them, they get healed. You hit them with a sword, they get healed. You use your E ability on accident before the game starts, they get healed. I don't actually know if hitting them with your swords heals them. I think it does though. And also jumping on them heals them. Okay guys, now before the video ends, let's do a quick review of the 3 Deadpools. Duelist does a lot more damage, has some good skills. His upgrades makes it so he can dash an infinite amount of times. He's very strong. Vanguard Deadpool. He has a lot of health, does less damage, has a shield instead of throws his sword. If you're good with a heavy defensive play style, you've got it in the bag. That's the Deadpool for you. If you love healing, helping out your teammates, but still like some good attacks, then this Deadpool's for you. Now, to which one's the best? Completely. Or if you like healing your teammates while doing a lot of damage, this Deadpool's for you. Now, which one's the best? Now, that depends on your playstyle. Your playstyle depends. And if you like healing your teammates while dealing a lot of damage, Strategist Deadpool is for you. Now, to which one is the best Deadpool depends on your playstyle. I've just said the best playstyles for each one, in my opinion. Everyone can have their own opinion, of course. So, I personally like Duelist because that fits my playstyle the best, but of course it's always up to you. Now, I hope this has helped you learn a bit about Deadpool and helps you decide which one you're gonna play. Without further ado, thank you guys for watching. BlazePup out.